Hey guys, welcome back to another episode on Hoonacrew. Today we're going over to my buddy's shop and we're going to show you the 240 and the surprise build that we have. Wanted to just give a special thank you for everyone that has subscribed and watched our first video. That was just a fun video that we wanted to put out for our first one, and perfect timing for Christmas as well. So thank you for over 300 subscribers, and as of right now over 12,000 views, which is just incredible. So we hope that you guys stay tuned to watch our build on the 240 and to see what we do with the S14.
You recording? Hello? Hello?
And that's going to be Fabi's intro.
I'm Fabi. Don't call me Bobby.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jacob. It's right here on my shirt, just in case you forget. But I'm here to replace some axles on my 240 and a wheel bearing. I think it's no longer round bearings, more like square bearings in there. Let's get dirty. Fun! Fun, fun, fun!
Look at your shaft.
Oh boy, let's look at my shafts.
Yep. What's up, everybody? I'm Fabi. I'm looking at Jacob's shafts.
Let's take a look here. These ones from Planet Fitness, dog. Hardest this man's worked all day.
That's right. I'm done. Can we just take a moment and look at this?
Yeah, that's
I mean, look at the drain. Oh, well, I clearanced it here, but I didn't screw it back in at the same spot, so it's okay. It's okay.
It's still holding.
Well,
It's starting to seep.
yeah, no, well, that could be from that. Might be a problem. You know, the things you find after ripping on the car for 6 months. Just maybe a loose exhaust bolt nut. You know, I mean, it happens, all right?
Nissan things.
It happens. Look at this mess. Look at this freaking mess.
Oh, God.
I hate it so much. It's disgusting.
Exposed axle grease for days.
It's like the technician's least favorite.
Axle grease sucks.
It's so bad. I mean, dude, look at my wheel. Look at this. Ah! We're gonna put some eco spray on that and see how it. Let the product do the work. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We're gonna spray it on. You know, Mr. Miyagi's wax on, wax off. That's too much work. With the eco spray, you just let the product do the work. You spray it on, and then you spray it off. That's it. No wax on, no wax off.
We're not affiliated with Worth or any other companies at this time, but if somebody wants to sponsor us, you know, it's an option.
Yes. And I will personally say that I do love Worth's products. That eco spray, I live by it. I mean, engine oil, coolant, dirt, debris. I mean, I clean my shoes with it. These are dirty, so don't look at them. But it's, oh God. But it's a great product. So we're gonna test it out on the axle grease. I haven't used it on axle grease yet, so I'm gonna test it out on the grease and see how well it cuts it. Because it's so thick, it might not cut as well as it does with like oils and coolants and, you know, things that are a lot thinner than grease. But we'll give it a shot and see what it does.
Honestly, did a pretty good job of it.
Yeah. All right. So I bet you if you sprayed it on there and went and hit it with a water hose, it'd come off a lot easier.
Oh, yeah.
Some extra pressure. Let's do that. So it cuts pretty good. That's not bad. I mean, that's not bad just for spray.
No.
Didn't even touch it. This is a neat little kit right here from GK Tech. Oh, losing my nuts. Losing my nuts, boys.
Finally dropped your nuts.
Finally. At the ripe old age of 33.
So what's that there, Jacob?
This is an axle spacer. So with GK Tech's dual caliper kit that they have, this is your mounting bracket for your extra caliper. And so essentially what this is it's like a spacer, right? So when it goes there, it spaces everything out. So if you were to just put the axle in the bearing Without this, it would pull the axle this way. And so what would happen is you would overstretch your joints, wear out the needle bearings in there. I mean, all sorts of bad stuff can happen. I know people that probably do run it without it and replace their axles every 6 months, but yeah, that's what this is for. This is to take up that extra space there. So when it's all together, it's still at the same distance factory was without all of this. These axles have been leaking forever. So hopefully cleaning all this up, replacing the axles and stuff, you know, we can come back and look at it later and say, all right, cool, yeah, this for sure keeps it from overextending.
I've now quit my job as a camera guy, and I've become the light guy.
He's demoted himself.
I used to be on the camera guy. Now I'm camera guy.
Damn it, Junior, you ain't holding the light in the right spot.
Figure it out there, Dale.
Yeah. This is not a show car.
It's a purpose use.
Yep. Drive it, break it, fix it, drive it again, you know? This year we're gonna go to some events this year. We're gonna do some tandies, you know, maybe hit a door or two. We're just gonna, you know, improve driving, I think.
And when we finish my 240,
Yes, we're gonna teach.
at that point, Jacob will teach me how to slide, and I might slide into him. So stay tuned.
Well, I'll put you in front so I can.
Slide into me.
Well,
You won't slide into me.
I might.
You know what
depends
you're
on where you're. Well, it depends on where you spin out.
Yeah, true.
But
Yeah.
with both cars having very.
And I will be
similar power.
hanging out of the vehicle and hopefully don't get hit.
Yeah. Just remember one thing. I am no brakes Bobby.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what's the backstory on that?
A little F1 car and a fence. Still got the wing though. Little souvenir.
You know what? Might not be my wheel bearing.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That is not supposed to sound like that.
Good joint?
Bad joint.
Hey, this joint is like literally 32 years old, maybe 33 now. So she's put in some work, as you can see. Okay. Oh, anybody wants some S13 Axles to get rebuilt or whatever, you know, you can just hit me up. $30 a pop. Bang my line, 911. Okay, now that we've got it all apart and everything is looking good, let's not put a new axle in there while it's all dirty. Woo! Don't let OSHA see this. Oh yeah, hose me down, Daddy. Really nice and clean. Look at that. Oh yeah, look at this booger. That's what the inside of my nose looks like after a day at work. I think I'm kidding.
No, he is not.
No. Check us out on eBay. We'll be selling these. Haven't come up with a price yet. Let us know what you'd pay for some rubber.
Alright, so it is the next day and we are heading to Cars and Coffee. We're going to meet up with Fabi and Jacob on the freeway. So we're about to see if we plan this right and if we're actually going to meet up on the freeway or if we're just going to meet at Cars and Coffee.
Morning, everybody. It is 24 degrees out, and Jacob and I going for a little drive to Cars and Coffee in the 240, and then go to the shop, work on the S14 build a little bit. Let's get it. How's the car feel with the new rear wheel bearing and axles?
Feels good. Feels tight. It's responsive. Power gets to the wheels instead of slapping to the old axles.
All right.
So today I might check to see if I've got a bent wheel or something. I did wreck out pretty hard in the rain one day, so might be another part of why I've got some noise.
Yeah, you can feel the vibration here on the right rear.
There's some noise. That's the sign to hit the curb.
Yeah. It is so cold out. Still doing it though. Good morning, Brandon.
Morning.
Hey.
It is a bit cold outside today. So we're on our way to Mooresville Cars and Coffee. It is the largest monthly Cars and Coffee in the area. We're gonna go check out what is there today.
Just pulling up to Cars and Coffee.
Frozen for real.
Got my little leg warmer here.
This is blanket weather, not sweater weather.
Yeah.
Good morning, Brandon.
Morning, buddy. How are you? Good.
Hanging in there with the cold?
Yes.
You're used to this.
My only coat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my whole snowboard outfit on.
For real. It is that cold.
It's only what, 24?
24 degrees.
Good old 24.
A little chilly for North Carolina here. Still made it. All right, let's do some Cars and Coffee, boys. All right, it is way too cold for this.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah,
I'm done.
gonna go head to the shop, do some 240 things. Stay tuned. Let's get it. All right, well, made it to the shop, and right before we got here, Brandon gives me a call and says, hey, my car's making a weird squeaking noise, and now my battery light's on. I have no power steering. Belt does not look like it is on, so we got some sort of failure. Perfect timing, though. Happened right before we get into the shop.
Literally, as we were getting off the freeway, I lost the power steering and the lights came on, so we were right down the street and came to the perfect place.
Yeah, and as you see,
My belt is off.
that is off. So let's figure out what failed and yeah, what we need to do.
Whoops. Well, it turns out when that's not bolted to the engine anymore, it doesn't work.
There's your problem.
And it's locked up. So what happened is the direction that this is supposed to turn, where the belt goes on, is in reverse. So the belt goes around it this direction. And when this pulley locked up, it unscrewed this out of the block. And boop, away she goes, bud.
Yep.
Yo, what's up, everybody? So I'm here to talk about my Nissan 240sx. Let's get to the nitty gritty here, the heart, the thing we all love. So it's swapped with an RB20 from a 92 Skyline. Purchased it from an importer about 11 and a half, 12 years ago. Did the swap. This used to be my daily driver. You know, back when I was a broke boy. Still am a broke boy, but with all things said, I have built this lovely little machine here. So since then, I've upgraded a few things. Forward-facing MP boosted intake manifold. I've gone with the LS coil packs for ease of purchase in the States. Also, they will produce all the spark I need for anything that this little motor can handle. Next up, I've upgraded with a Hypergear ATR 43 turbocharger. Now I reached out to them and asked them to make this turbocharger custom for the parts on the engine, just so that I wouldn't deal with as much lag, considering this is the 2-liter version and not 2.5 or the 2.6. They ended up putting it together and I love it, to be quite honest. I've got tile 38mm wastegate that I've modded the stock manifold to receive. Honestly, I should upgrade the gate, but with it being like that, I'll probably have to replace the manifold to go larger, considering it's only able to fit a 38mm gate. So moving along to the suspension and the brakes. So up front in the brakes, I've got some Brembo 4-pots that I ended up picking up out of a junkyard off of a Nissan Sentra SER. They ended up costing me about $40, which is pretty awesome. You can buy these Brembos, if you find them, off of the SER. It's the 2003, 2004 model. And they bolt right up to the 240, no modifications needed. Suspension, I've got GK Tech everything. Front lower control arms, rear lower control arms, all the control arms in the back. GK Tech, high clearance sway bar up front. Power by Max, coilovers, they ride phenomenally. In the market for some coilovers, I'd take a look at Power by Max. They've got some good stuff. Moving right along to the interior here. We've got it fitted with a Lynx Strata 7-inch dash. It's a beautiful unit. Display is crisp. Keep me in the seats here. We've got some Tillet carbon buckets. Obviously gotta have the Simpson harnesses. Right here we've got the fun handle. GK Tech's front handle works phenomenally. Their kit comes with a Willwood rear caliper. Honestly, the best I've ever had. Now, what's powering this engine, I've gone with the Link standalone unit. It's their plug and play for the RV. I'm new to tuning and messing with it, and I will say their software is amazing. The ECU is amazing. The amount of features that you have is just through the roof. Now, coupled with the dash, that allows me to have more inputs than what the ECU can handle. So now I have two components. If I add more sensors and I need to input those into the ECU and I've ran out of ECU space, I can input it into the dash and use the dash as kind of a piggyback for that. This year's gonna be the year I get to more events than I have in the past. With that being said though, there's some upgrades coming. Some Tomei pun cams for it sitting at the house. I've got cylinder head drain, oil restrictor, head gasket, ARP head studs. So we're gonna get the head off. We're gonna make sure that it can hold the 21 pounds of boost that I'm putting through it currently at the moment. And then we're gonna rip it and try and break it, build it, rip it again.
Ladies and gentlemen, those of you that don't know, I am Fabi, and this is my 95 S14, and this is the project series that we'll be doing here. So right now it is just a rolling chassis. So we'll get to the motor swap that we have planned for this hog here shortly. This is a car that I worked a deal for about a year on, sold by a buddy. However, let the car sit around for about 3 years, just rotten away. So, but nonetheless, good roller candidate. Already has some RPF 1 wheels on it, kooky front end conversion. Those of you that don't know, this is a 95, so originally a Zenki car, but kooky front end conversion, which came in the later models. So this does have a decent interior, which really doesn't matter. A lot will be torn apart nonetheless, but somewhat of a crackless dash, which is awesome. Nice interior nonetheless for a 240 of this era. It's got some cheap coilovers on it right now. So we'll go through this whole car, get some nice odds and ends put on, and Jacob is gonna teach me how to drift. So hopefully she don't and I don't end up in a guardrail, curb, whatever it may be. Hopefully a patch of grass, because I ain't the best driver, but we're gonna figure it out. So, Brandon, come on, let's take a look at the swap that we have planned for this. Here is the swap. It is a 06 350Z motor, mated with a CDO9 6-speed transmission, kinetic intake manifold, a couple of odds and ends, deleted, implemented, and we got this sweet hog here, which should make some nice noise, add a little bit of extra power, and give us the slides that we're looking for. So let's get to the build. I'm gonna let Jacob take the lead on this one. Jacob, you are a phenomenal technician. You know much better than I do, so take us away.
This car previously had an LS swap in it, and a part of that deal that Fabi was talking about, that motor was trash. This is why we're doing the transplant. So we're gonna prep it to put this other engine in. We're gonna remove this fuel filter fuel line that they had installed to work for the LS swap. Basically gonna start removing all of this wiring, getting everything down out of the bay, clean up the bay, make it look nice, paint it, and then we're gonna make a list of parts that we need to buy and wires that we need to rewire. They've gone and hacked up a lot of this, so I will have to go through all of this, redo it. This is a no-no right here. These are for your house, not your car, especially not wires that are exposed to the elements. There's no way to protect it from corrosion. You want to use butt connectors that are heat shrink, not wire nuts. This is, please don't do this. You will possibly burn your car to the ground. So while taking off parts that are not necessary for the swap that we're doing, I've noticed that the people that did the swap before remade these brake lines here. One of them goes to the rear of the vehicle, one of them goes to this caliper over here. I myself do not like how it has been made. On top of the fact right here, they've got this coming out of here at a wicked angle. So we're gonna get some brake line, we're gonna rebend some new lines. We're gonna make this look clean. All of this is gonna get cleaned up.
All right, we're on our way to O'Reilly to pick up my idler and to pick up some paint.
Yeah.
Some gold paint, hey?
Yeah. Always bring the old part with you. Never trust the guy behind the counter.
We got the new idler pulley, so we're gonna put that back on and then I can go home later today. As good as new.
Is that what they say?
I hope.
Shucks.
We'll start her up real quick.
Yeah, okay. I know this trick.
God damn it! He's on to us.
Yeah. What do you got here? Spray paint. Beautiful.
We bought this epoxy paint. Never used it before. So let's see what happens.
This is what we have ended up with now with our rattle can engine bay paint job. Actually turned out pretty decent, courtesy of Jacob.
Yeah, the paint's decent, lays down good. Obviously, we didn't prep all of the metal and get rid of all of the defects underneath. We're just trying to make it look pretty enough to put an engine in and go thrash. I think it turned out great, to be quite honest. We've got it wrapped up for today. When we reconvene, we're gonna reinstall brake booster, master, clutch master, go ahead and get started on making our brake lines over from the master to this side of the car, and also go ahead and reconfigure the positioning of our fuel lines, get our fuel filter in place. Basically do the final touches to get it prepped for the engine install. And in the meantime, Fabrizio is going to be ordering parts.
That's right, start ordering parts, get everything here, and start dumping it onto the car. Also, just want to take a moment and say thank you for 300 subscribers this far. If you like what we're doing, like what you're seeing, then please subscribe, comment, like, and hit that notification bell so you can stay up with us. We're going to be bringing you exciting content, fun stuff to watch, and we're just going to be having fun being ourselves with the car. So, you know, keep tuned and
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for
all
the
that
next episode. We're going to be doing more cool stuff. If you want to see more cool stuff in the future, let us know what you want to see. We'll try to get it done for you.
we're just people, cars, with a camera.
Thank you for 13,000 views on the one video and over 300 subscribers. So stay
Loving
tuned and make sure to subscribe for episode 2 when we start doing some more.
Day one homies, thank you.